You are listening to the Get That Out of Your Mouth podcast.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the very first episode of the Get That Out of Your Mouth podcast. My name is Todd, and with me are the Blossom and Bubbles to my Buttercup.
Yeah, I like that. I dig it.
All right, I have Dave and Jerry. Welcome, gentlemen.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah.
All right, so this is the very first episode of the Get That Out of Your Mouth podcast. So what we're going to do today is we're going to kind of first introduce ourselves. We're going to talk a little bit about what this podcast is going to be. And today we are actually going to have a taste test. We have ordered some delicious chicken sandwiches, and we are going to compare and contrast between the chicken sandwiches. With that said, gentlemen, how would you like to introduce yourselves?
All right. I'm Dave. I like to think of myself as the OG alpha nerd, you know, like...
Dave likes long walks on the beach.
Absolutely. Gazing deeply into, you know, the eyes of all individuals.
Do you like pina coladas?
Yeah. Long walks in the rain, you know. So anything...
Dave is a big fan of boy bands as well.
Oh yeah, Beastie Boys for sure.
Back streets back. All right.
Oh damn, we're bringing that up. I do karaoke on occasion.
I have video to prove that.
Oh, damn it!
I didn't know they had a video.
There's video.
There's video.
There's video of Dave singing "Bye Bye Bye."
Yeah,
it was, and he's dancing
with dancing.
With dancing.
Like
with
the
dancing.
choreography, not good choreography, mind you, but yeah.
And he's on a stage.
I am. Oh, Jerry.
I apologize.
That was like your face was just like, holy shit! I can like picturing Dave. Oh fuck!
That's not what it was about. But we'll let that.
There were
slide.
some bodily functions that just happened.
No, there was not. We're getting this covered. Anyway, like I'm Jerry. I would like to consider myself a pretty educated nerd / geek / partial otaku. I wouldn't say I'm fully there yet, but
Same.
I'm somewhat getting there.
Yeah.
Big anime fan. Big
get there
Dungeons and
together.
Dragons fan.
Oh, D&D for sure.
Yeah. Oh, of course you are.
Well, they don't know
Trick
that.
me into giving you a fucking panther.
As discussed before.
Yay, Pepperjack!
Yeah, the panther's name is Pepperjack, Todd.
As discussed before, Jerry and Dave consider themselves the working man nerds.
Yeah.
Like they are, what was it? The
Salt of the earth
salt
nerds.
of the earth.
nerds.
The salt of the earth nerds. So, yeah, they're gonna
We're
talk.
the everyman's nerd. We might not know everything, but we know enough.
So when it comes down to the nerd things that are going to be on this podcast, I'm gonna leave a lot of that to
We're the resident experts.
Yeah, they're gonna take the lead in that regard.
You
Resident.
can't see it, but I'm using quotation marks as he's saying that.
I can say it.
Resident.
We're here. I mean, resident.
Yeah, no, that's fair. We are here, and I don't know if just the experts. Is that better? Experts.
Air quotes.
With
It's a
more
thing.
air quotes.
The loosest definition of expert that you could possibly have,
Hey, look, man. I know a little bit about a wide variety of topics.
like beds.
Like,
Oh,
man, I
no.
don't even fucking know if I know that much about that right now.
All right, so for those that don't know any of us, Dave, Jerry, and I all work together in different stores at a mattress retailer. Let's not go into what mattress retailer because I don't feel like getting sued. So,
Very nondescript.
yes.
We sell mattresses and mattress accessories.
So mattresses and mattress accessories, or as my friend Andrew likes to call them, fuck pads.
Oh, damn.
So,
He's
Not
not wrong.
so with
Unless you're
that,
talking about... No, we're going to leave that out.
yep, we're gonna leave
We're not
that
going to
out.
talk about any brands. We're not going to talk about any...
Yeah, we're not gonna start talking about that because again, I'm not getting paid for it, and I'm also not getting sued for it. So,
Amen.
So with that thought in mind, welcome to the very first episode of the Get That Out of Your Mouth podcast. The reason that we are calling it Get That Out of Your Mouth is because this podcast is going to be about anything and everything that comes to our minds on a regular basis.
That is true. It is also true that that is the first name we thought of, and that's the only thing that's been working so far.
Also, it's just fucking hilarious.
It is hilarious.
Let's be real.
But so at any given time, we could be discussing anything. We could talk politics. We could talk movies. We could talk music. We could talk video games.
This podcast,
chances are we will not talk politics.
I was about to say politics is off limits. At least for
chances
the first
are
year.
we will not talk politics or religion.
In all honesty, it's basically like three guys in a room, all having ADD, and basically whatever the fuck comes out.
Circle jerk. What?
Hey,
we're gonna have some very loose conversations about certain topics. We do have ideas in our head what we're gonna do.
Yep.
Like today, how we're gonna compare two, supposed to be three. Two supposed to be three, chicken sandwiches from fairly popular, I'd say.
Yeah.
Like chicken places.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, since we're doing the comparison, we can go ahead and say what they are.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're comparing two spicy chicken sandwiches, one from Popeyes and one from a place called PDQ, or People Dedicated to Quality.
That's what PDQ stands for?
Apparently, I'm reading it right there.
Oh.
It is.
I don't know. I'm not reading. I don't like to read.
Yeah.
Reading's overrated for me.
The third option was supposed to be for churches.
But Grubhub decided to fuck up the
churches,
order.
But when it got here, there was no chicken sandwiches in there.
There was 3 pieces of chicken, one of which was spicy.
Yeah, we ordered 3 spicy chicken sandwiches. They gave us 3 pieces of chicken, 2 plain, 1 spicy.
So they couldn't even get the spicy part right.
They couldn't even get the spicy part right. It's wonderful. I don't even know.
I don't fully blame them, but
I blame the restaurant. Absolutely, you blame the restaurant. They fucked up the sandwiches.
They read the thing wrong.
I mean, I blame the restaurant. I don't blame Grubhub.
No, I don't blame Grubhub. They just bring the food. But we had Abdul bring in from PDQ. Abdul brought the right stuff. He's good. Thank you, Abdul. If you are listening to this podcast, we thank you. We appreciate you.
Chances that he's going to be listening to this in any period of time. You know what? He's like, thank you, Abdul. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Abdul, you've filled this wasting away body with sustenance.
Yes, we are all.
We haven't had any of it.
We haven't had any of it.
We will.
We're all wasting away to nothing.
Exactly.
All right, so
yes,
with that thought in mind, we are also open to any topics. If you propose a topic, we are also willing to bring guests on.
And any topic that you guys put in the comments or anything like that.
We will typically be reading the comments, so I won't say that everything we will do, but if there's something that we see that piques our interest, we'll definitely go ahead.
Yeah, that's basically what I was thinking.
Absolutely. Yeah. Again, just try and avoid politics and religion.
Yeah, we're not doing politics. We're not doing religion.
We're not doing politics. We're not doing religion. So, with that in mind, I say, gentlemen, and I use that term very loosely as well.
I am a classy motherfucker. Okay.
Now, are we gonna pass out the frosted?
Okay, there was something else we got on the list, only because I've had it, but I don't think these two have. Church's Chicken has wonderful honey butter biscuits, but if you didn't know, you can get them frosted. And that just sort of makes them from like a 9 out of 10 to like an 11 out of 10. It's fantastic. Let's go ahead and let's start this off with something like with a nice sweet treat first.
Oh, but you had to save the sweet treats for after.
Nah, man, go first.
Well, fine. Jerry says go first. I trust it. Dave is going to pass them out, and we're going to enjoy some things. All right.
All right.
Because we're going to get to the comparison of the Chamstick chicken sandwiches.
All right. So, gentlemen, cheers.
To the first episode.
And
the very first taste test.
Let us always have fun, and if we fight, make sure it's recorded.
There we go. All right. That is a thing of glory.
That's like sex for biscuits. If that makes any sense.
That's not even like sex for biscuits. That's just like sex.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That is a absolute thing of glory.
That is what that was, a foodgasm.
All right.
By the way, I'm gonna make this known now. This is an 18 plus podcast.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We probably should have.
Parents, hide your children.
We done fucked up, A-Rod.
You done fucked up, AA Ron?
Oh, I love that bit.
I made that sound rather southern, which makes it even worse. And
You done fucked up, Ron?
But one person we didn't really go into is you, Todd.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Todd, please.
Yeah.
We didn't introduce me.
Yeah.
This is Toddles,
Yep, I'm Todd, better known
the
as
Toddinator.
The Toddnator, the toddler,
as the person that's going
Tonic
to
to
kick
the bear.
the
both of their
Toddadactyl.
asses in just a minute. As soon as we stop recording, I'm going to be fighting some people. They may not make it to the second episode. We'll see. Yeah, my name's Todd. I am a Cancer by any stretch of the imagination, any way you want to define
and
it.
single ladies.
And I'm
Personality
newly
wise,
single. Welcome to the podcast. Anyway, yeah, no, just kind of, I am who I am, and that's all that I am, and enjoy it. If you don't like fuck off.
That was basically the cheesiest fucking. You could have gone into like how you're a huge movie buff.
I'm a huge movie buff. I love music and not necessarily hearing Jerry slurp into into the microphone, but
He called you out like hard.
I really did. But no, the fuck, man.
hey, better out than in, I always say.
Oh man, we've gone off the rails real quick, people. All right, but no, anything about me, I'm always happy to talk, and yeah, eventually you'll get to know all of us a little bit better, because you'll learn that sometimes Jerry just says random shit in a random voice, and sometimes Dave just says random shit and doesn't stop talking.
Well, now I'm not going to do it.
Today you might not.
Do you?
Can't fight. Urge. Must.
Oh my god. We've gone off the rails real quick, people. All right. So, gentlemen, shall we get into the direct taste testing?
Sure. Now, what are we going to start with? Popeyes or PDQ? Dave, you had an answer.
I was gonna say Popeyes, but I think we also need to like become the sandwich. Like breathe in the scent of like the deliciousness and like ease into it.
I'm not going to fuck the sandwich.
I might.
Dave,
Normally,
with my
normally
mouth,
I
of
would be
course.
okay with this, but this
I'm
is
going to
a
have to have a
spicy chicken
conversation with your
sandwich.
girlfriend, Dave.
Like, I don't think this is a spicy chicken sandwich. Are you sure?
You might not want to get that in
You ever
those
have
crevices.
chilies in your pee hole?
Say
You
what?
ever have chilies in your pee hole?
Once it was not pleasant.
Then
no.
this is you're basically going to be putting liquid chilies in your pee hole.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Don't fuck the sandwich. All right.
If you fuck the sandwich,
So,
I'm-
I said fuck it with my mouth. Like,
Anyway.
that's not what you said.
Yes, that's exactly what I said.
I
All
heard
right.
fuck it.
ladies, everybody chill. All right, so we are going to start with the Popeye spicy chicken sandwich. One thing to note about this. So, Jerry, have you ever had this sandwich? It was
many
very,
times.
It was very popular. The popularity behind the Popeye's chicken sandwich was huge about a year or so ago, maybe a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Dave, you said that you have never had this?
I've never had it.
All right, what is
I've-
your level of excitement for this?
I'm giddy.
All right, he's
Yeah.
giddy. He's kind of bouncing right now, folks. So he's rubbing his nipples too. This got quite awkward quite quickly.
I mean, that's just me.
All right. So
I see the line. I jump over the line. It's fun.
I also have never had the Popeye's chicken sandwich. For those of you that want to judge me, you can kiss my ass.
For
So-
about maybe I believe last year for a couple months they had a very nice special on Grubhub where you could get one chicken sandwich combo, and as long as you bought another chicken sandwich combo, the first one was free. So that's all I'd eat sometimes at work
Why
because
don't
it
they
was so
do that?
cheap.
Why don't they do
It's
that now? We would have saved so much money just now.
Yeah, well,
All right. So before we have these sandwiches,
it visually actually, you know what? Let's open both and see
So that we can
like
compare like visually
Yeah.
to the.
all right then.
That's actually a solid move.
The PDQ looks rather nice. It looks significantly darker.
It comes in a like a cardboard box.
That too, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like very well packaged, and it has the old school like perfect like wrap.
Yeah.
Like a burger wrap almost. I've been watching a lot of the Burger Show. Shout out.
One thing that I have to say, you mentioned how the look of the meat. The PDQ sandwich actually looks like a spicy chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
It does. It looks like it, like without saying, because it's not a negative, but without being like, it looks like a breaded chicken sandwich. The meat looks compact, but it also looks like stable.
I will say though, it does look like a smaller piece of meat.
It does look like a smaller piece of meat.
But you're paying for quality presentation.
I mean, I'll give you that.
Yeah,
But
the presentation to me like is also an important part.
Yeah.
The Popeyes chicken sandwich is definitely
A bit bigger.
Looks
It's-
crispier, looks
yes,
thicker.
it looks crispier. It looks thicker. It looks like a
It looks like a regular piece of fried
denser,
chicken.
right? It looks like, exactly. It looks like a real piece of fried chicken,
But it
that
also-
they put on a sandwich.
It looks messier too. It looks like if I take a bite
It's
of
a
the
little
Popeyes,
sloppy, yeah.
it looks like it's going to crumble and crack and
Yes.
get all over my shirt.
Yes,
Where
Which
the
might
PDQ looks like, where it looks good, it just looks like it's breaded in a slightly different way.
Yeah.
that I can agree with.
I would say the PDQ looks like a gentleman, like a businessman, businessman's chicken sandwich. You know what I mean?
The salt
It's
to
like-
the earth sandwich.
There it is. There it is.
The salt of the earth sandwich.
Whereas like the Popeyes chicken sandwich looks like kind of sloppy. Like
yeah, but like,
it woke up
it is
like
made for
right.
faster service.
Yes, that's true. But like what I was gonna say was like it looks like it rolled out of bed, said, "Oh shit, I have to go to work today," and
Forgot to brush its hair,
brush his teeth,
Yeah.
hair. You know, like it's a little sloppy, but like it still will get the job done. I'm sure.
All
I
right.
will say, although I don't like pickles, if you look at the Popeyes pickle, it actually looks like an actual, not like one of those prepackaged, like they've been marinating in the pickle juice for so long that they're soggy.
They
Like,
look
it
like
looks like they have
freshly
snapped them, like-
sliced pickles.
Like crisp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know where you're going with it.
Whereas, although I'm looking at the PDQ pickles, they look the same. They look like they can like a Vlasic pickle jar.
Well, somebody was nice and ordered mine without pickles, which I really appreciate.
We did.
Yeah, it looks like somebody did. Mine doesn't have pickles on it.
Well,
I mean, I'm gonna check again real
it
fast.
should. 'Cause
I
it should
mean,
have
we
lettuce
didn't-
as well.
It has lettuce. Just, I haven't found any pickles.
All right. Well,
Mine had pickles. I mean,
for those that are not figuring this out, Jerry does
I
not
found
like
them.
pickles.
They fell to the bottom.
Jerry does not like pickles.
I hate pickles with a venomous passion.
All right then.
I can respect a good pickle. Like, I can respect it and appreciate that people enjoy it.
by the way, pass those pickles over, man.
Yeah. You know what? You can do a taste test between them. The bottom is the. Ooh, careful.
Dave is a little bit of a garbage disposal when the time comes to it.
So am I, just not with pickles.
Yeah, I'm just all around garbage disposal.
All right. So, gentlemen, we are going to start with. Well, let's do a. You guys said you want to do a smell test.
Yeah.
All right. So let's smell the Popeyes chicken sandwich.
It smells like it was cooked in like a not too fresh of an oil, but also the also doesn't smell like the oil. It smells like the oil's been there for a bit. Just it's been freshly changed.
I don't smell the chicken. I don't smell the spicy.
I don't smell the spicy at all.
I can get a little bit of the smicy.
Yep, the spicy.
The spicy.
That's a new word now.
A little bit of the spicy.
Ooh, that's so spicy.
Copyrighting it. I'm sending it in right now.
But you can
That's
still
going to be the name of the
smell
episode. I can smell the spicy.
the beginning.
That
of,
is great.
The beginning of something spicy.
Yes.
Beginning of something spicy. I fucking love it.
We're going
that
to
was
keep
so
this whole
spicy.
section in too.
All right.
Well-
so who smelled both of them?
All right. I smelled the PDQ sandwich. You can smell the Smice.
Oh, you can actually. That tingles the nose a little bit.
Yeah.
But it also smells like
sinuses a little
the
bit,
type of breading they used
Yeah.
is also spicy.
But you can also tell that PDQ does use a better quality of roll.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the roll's very nice.
What I'm most intrigued by with PDQ is what is the sauce that they have on there.
The PDQ sauce.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna take a small.
All right.
Smells spicy.
It smells smicy.
Smells smicy.
Spicy. I mean, you can actually taste the. You can
Jerry's
actually feel.
eyes almost just bulged out of his head.
You can.
Oh, wait.
You can actually taste the peppercorns in the sauce.
I
Like
can
you can
appreciate
actually feel it. It's like they actually took like time and carefulness, even though the most likely they unpackaged this.
that has some good bite to it. I like
It's not
that.
like it's incredibly It's not like it's incredibly spicy where it's like you can't really taste anything afterwards, but it's got that nice flavor to it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to move over to the Popeyes real quick.
All right. Jerry is going to be our sauce connoisseur for the moment.
Like you can't smell it. It feels.
Yeah,
It
so
smells
something
like,
about it. It doesn't have.
It doesn't have a smell.
It
doesn't
does
have a
not have a
scent.
smell.
I just did the same thing.
Color wise, it looks almost identical.
Does it have spice?
Yeah. It has a little bit of kick. It has a little bit more
It's spicier than the PDQ.
Yeah.
All right. That's
Because
going to
the
make things
PDQ
fun.
was more peppery. This is definitely spicier.
But
Okay.
it may be a balance sort of thing because, again, I don't smell any of the smice. The smice in the Popeyes
Okay.
sandwich.
Everybody ready for a bite?
All right. Which one are we taking a bite of first?
Popeyes.
Popeyes.
It is.
We're gonna
break bread
We're gonna break Dave's cherry.
All right.
and Todd's.
I mean, I haven't had any.
Oh,
either.
and Todd's.
And Todd's. All right. Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers, gentlemen.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
It just tastes like a fried chicken sandwich
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, but that's a good thing, because a lot of times when you go and get a chicken sandwich from somewhere else, such as Burger King, Wendy's, there's no crunch. There's no. I know that just came out with new ones, so we might revisit this with like Burger King and Wendy's and McDonald's and such. But I mean, like the original sandwiches.
Right.
They're just breaded chicken cutlets.
Yeah.
You can tell this is actually a piece of chicken.
Yeah.
That is one thing I can respect.
One thing I did notice is there was no smice on the chicken sandwich itself.
Yeah. Like it's literally just the
weirdly,
sauce.
Really, just the sauce that gives it a little bit of kick.
Yeah.
Like it's not a spicy piece of breaded chicken.
But I don't find that as a bad thing.
No. Oh no, I agree. It has decent flavor. It's not it's not too much. You get a good flavor of the chicken. You get some of the crunchiness of the chicken there as well. I didn't really get the pickle in that first bite.
Neither did I.
But you get a good the crunchiness from the chicken.
Like
gives
that-
it a
like
good
that-
consistency.
That is the fantastic part that I think really drove home why Popeyes became a champion in the chicken sandwich tournament of
Right.
wonders, because most chicken places are just breaded chicken sandwich
Right.
with extra toppings, which make it what it is, and that's not a bad thing.
I'm going in for bite number 2.
Go in.
I'm holding off. I'm waiting for.
I already
next-
took my second bite.
Well, I'm waiting for the first bite of the other sandwich, and then I'll go from there.
Well, the reason I took a second bite was I saw the pickles,
Okay.
and not gonna lie, like I think it gives it a little bit of extra like crunch to it.
Oh yeah, like,
Like,
I can.
definitely
Pickles
some
have
more-
to add a certain amount of flavor as well.
I wouldn't say it's.
I'm trying to minimize the amount of dead air that we have.
No, that's absolutely fair.
Well,
I don't think it's especially comparing to what people have been coming out with lately. I don't think that the hype has lived up with the Popeyes chicken, but
No.
you know why they were the winner for such a long period of time.
Yeah, I couldn't
Well,
get behind the
I-
hype with this.
I think also the utilization of the pickle is kind of like ginger for sushi, right? So it's kind of like a reset, right? So it
It gives you that crisp, clean crunch, acidity.
and it tends to tone everything
It's
down
also a
little bit
more
in case-
familiar taste.
Yeah.
So it's like a palate cleanser.
Yes, exactly.
And like I said, I can respect that. I just don't like pickles.
That's
Okay.
fine. That's fine.
All right.
You guys ready to take your first bite of the PDQ?
Yep.
Yep.
Now,
Take
I
a bite of the
haven't had
PDQ.
PDQ in a very long time.
I
I-
haven't either.
I don't know if I've ever had their spicy chicken.
I don't think I've had their spicy chicken either. I've had their honey butter chicken, which is fucking
Yeah, it's
I looked at that and I was like, maybe we should get that, but we need something to compare that to.
yeah. The
Yeah.
only time
So-
I ever go to PDQ is during the fall, right before Thanksgiving, when they have the fried turkey sandwich.
Oh,
That stuff is phenomenal.
that might be dangerous. We might be doing that at Thanksgiving time.
Hey, we'll
But-
go get a gobbler from Franco's too.
There you go.
all right.
All right, so I'll
Ready?
tell you what, I'm going to let you guys take your bites, and I'll hold off on my bite so that there's no dead air.
All right.
Fair enough.
All right. So Dave is taking his bite. Jerry is taking his bite. So as they're doing that, we got some positive sounds coming from both of them. Okay, gentlemen. Again, I use that term very, very loosely. Thank you. Fuck you too. Love you, Jerry. All right, I will take my
take your bite.
first
I got
bite.
this.
Go ahead.
Now, initially, that initial crunch was actually, even though it was more of a breaded crust, it was still very, very crunchy.
I didn't get that. Like
Really?
it was there was a little bit of a crunch, but not as much crunch as the Popeyes.
I'm not saying it beats Popeyes, but there is a definitive crunch with
Oh
mine.
yeah. Okay.
Like it's. But the funny thing is, you can still get both the heat. You actually get more heat from the chicken than the sauce.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's definitely not as spicy.
It's not as spicy, but I would say it arguably has more flavor.
Yeah.
So one thing I noticed, because you mentioned the crunch, I had a good amount of after bite crunch like that. Like
Yeah.
we're not
It's more on the back end.
right. Like
Yeah.
with the Popeyes, you have that as
And-
soon as you bite into it, you get the crunch, but then the crunch is gone.
It fades away almost instantly.
Right.
With
Whereas
the PDQ,
PDQ, you might not get that crunch right off the bat, but as you chew it, you get more of that crunch, which I tend to like because it adds. It's a certain something to it, a certain je ne sais quoi, if you will.
Oh wow, we're going bougie words right now.
Yep, je ne sais quoi. Exactly. So, with the fancy foods that we have here from Popeyes and PDQ, je ne sais quoi. But yeah, so I can also definitely say that there's a good amount more spice. It's
Yeah.
And Jerry, you said the pickles on the bottom were the PDQ ones, right?
No, pickles on the bottom
Other
of
way around.
Popeyes.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
the ones on the Popeyes on yours seemed to be a lot fresher. They're a lot crisper as opposed to the PDQ ones, which tend to be a little bit like a limp noodle.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will also say that the PDQ chicken sandwich is a lot smaller, which also makes it a little bit easier to bite into.
Oh yeah.
I'd say yeah.
I feel like I got more taste. I got more taste for the bite from the PDQ sandwich versus the Popeye sandwich. Okay. Maybe don't have your phone sitting on the table.
I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Wait, lessons were learned. Calm down, Mom.
Anyway. Look, I listened to a podcast once that they said anytime your phone goes off, you have to do a shot, but you can't do shots.
Yeah, I can't drink alcohol, so
So we'll get into that another time.
I'll take this shot.
Dave will take his shot. So my initial reaction, I happen to like PDQ a little bit better.
I would say for the price, PDQ is very good.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand why it's called people dedicated to quality,
Yeah.
because that is a quality chicken sandwich.
Yes.
If I'm driving, if I'm driving, say if I'm driving to work and I need to pick something on the fly, I'm probably going to go with the Popeyes. One, because it's cheaper. Two, because it's faster. Three, because I just like the breading a little more.
So with you, it's the breading and the frying process.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
you
a
get
bit
little bit more.
It's more heavily breaded too.
Absolutely.
So, but my vote, if we were picking one over the other, I would go PDQ. What I like about it most, and I just lifted up the roll and I looked at it. You look at the actual piece of chicken and you can see the chicken. Whereas if you lift up the roll on the Popeyes, you don't see chicken. You just see it's a shit ton of breading. Which is not necessarily to say that that's a bad thing, but you see like there is better quality. They don't sit there and have to say, well, we need to overbread our chicken so that.
Well, don't forget, Popeyes is known for that really nice, crackly, crisp crust.
I can understand that. Same thing with like a KFC.
Yeah, and we could even try KFC another time too, because they got a new chicken sandwich that fits really nicely that way.
Right.
I haven't had them yet, but I mean,
apparently
I feel like have just previously.
No, that's fine.
Like,
I feel like the
2 weeks
Popeyes
ago.
versus the KFC. That's like comparing apples to apples.
I think that's a bit insulting to Popeyes, but I understand.
I mean, comparing if you were to say like
same
a
genre,
Washington
just
apple,
different.
right? Like a Washington apple to like a Fuji apple.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
For those of us who know more about food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is all of us. Anyway, so, I mean, gentlemen, do you have a vote? I vote PDQ.
I'm going to have to go with Popeyes.
The deciding vote goes to Dave.
Oh shit. Oh, the
Take
pressure.
another bite of each.
Yeah.
Take a bite of one. Take a swig.
This is a very close decision for me, and while he's chewing, I'll just discuss why I feel this. I like PDQ, but also while I could taste the sauce in the PDQ when I just took a finger of it, I can't taste it in the sandwich.
Right.
The breading overpowers the sauce.
Okay.
And I it's just kind of to me. It's good. It's just not great.
I mean, since we're talking, because these are supposed to be spicy chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
I got no spice from the Popeye sandwich.
Really?
I got virtually no spice from the Popeye sandwich. I got a good amount of spice from the PDQ sandwich. I got absolutely no spice. I could taste that there was sauce that was supposed to be spicy, but there was no spice. In my opinion, the PDQ sandwich had way more spice, had a lot more flavor. It was juicier piece of meat. I will say that as well. Where one thing I look back and I think about, having just eaten it, the Popeyes chicken was a little bit drier versus the PDQ chicken, which it was, for people that love the word, it was moist.
Fair enough. I've actually come to my decision.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Do we get a drum roll?
I'm gonna pick PDQ.
All right.
All right. So here's where I'm coming from. Right. So kind of like what Todd was saying. I don't taste the smice from the chicken itself on the Popeyes. I taste the spice on the back end with the sauce. For me, I also picked the PDQ because I taste all the layers, right? So I taste the chicken. It's a little bit more on the moist. I have to say moist side.
The PDQ chicken, it's
well,
the consistency is better.
But also, like Jerry was saying, like, I correct me if I'm wrong, but you were saying like you don't taste the sauce.
I don't taste the sauce for PDQ.
So I taste the sauce, but it enhances the sandwich. It pairs with the sandwich. At least for me. And again, like it may just depend on
like this
who's
is all subjective.
on who's, and also who's making it is on a big. It's on a dude. It was close.
No, like
I
it's
really
really
had
close.
to like continuously like take bites of both, and I'm just like, I think, and it was more like seems to be a more consistent bite for me, right? So like I got some spice in some some areas of the Popeye sandwich, and others I was just like struggling to pick up on the flavor of the sauce. And like I was saying, the sandwich itself, I didn't taste the spice. I mean, maybe that was a mess up, and they gave me a non-spicy Popeye sandwich.
Which is very possible.
What color is the sauce that they gave you?
It's orange.
That's the spicy.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the regular, it's just mayonnaise.
Okay.
Which I like mayonnaise too. But...
Well, we decided to get spicy chicken.
Well, that's Dave.
No, that was Dave's.
It was. I bad
Dave
guys.
sabotaged the mission.
I might have.
Mission failed.
And
God-
again,
God damn it,
next
Dave.
time, who knows? Maybe we come back to it with the originals.
I think for like a first episode for a good taste test, this was a good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if we're gonna, if we're gonna do it next time, we're gonna want a fourth person here. Maybe Ben. Something.
Ben would be a good one, depending on what we're having as well.
Yeah. And
We could always have like cake and like
Oh, cake is dangerous.
we're gonna do a cake taste test.
we're gonna do
We're going to do a cake tasting for my next wedding.
And Ben's
Diabetes.
diabetic.
There you go.
We may kill that.
All right. So, gentlemen, I think that's going to do it for this week's episode of the Get That Out of Your Mouth podcast.
All right.
Until next time, I'm Todd.
I'm Dave.
I'm Gary.
Dave just saluted. You can't see him, and he saluted.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Don't judge me. It was knee jerk reaction.
Don't
All right.
judge me.
Until next time, everybody, thank you, and stay safe.
Yeah.
Get that out of your mouth.